Gretchen.
Yeah.
Want me to
Yeah,
pay you guys?
good.
You turn it off.
It shouldn't take long.
Very good.
Okay, we live? The new one's at the bottom.
Says we're live. Let me just check. Yep, we're good.
Okay, good. So this is the July 19th, 2023 emergency meeting of the Village of Millbrook Board of Trustees. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Would the clerk please do the roll call?
Mayor Gowdy,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Durrell is absent, Trustee Herzog is absent, Trustee Cantino,
Here.
and Trustee Murphy.
Okay, thank you. That's a quorum. This is why we have this meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to review the bids for the sewer main relining project. And the agenda, as well as the chart we'll be going through, is posted on the website. Go to the village website and meetings and agendas, and click on that green bar, then go to meeting docs. Click that bar, and you'll come to the meeting. You can pull up those two charts, the agenda, as well as the table we're going to be reviewing of the bids. As you may recall, we had a discussion about this at the board meeting last Wednesday, in which we reviewed the bids that we had in hand at the time, and we made a decision to award the bid. However, after that, we found that a bid was put in the mailbox outside the village hall, even though it was addressed to the village. It was supposed to say attention to the clerk, so it didn't, but the bid was there in time. It just wasn't selected because we didn't know to get it because it wasn't correctly addressed. However, we are meeting tonight then to include that bid with the other four that we had discussed at the meeting last Wednesday. So we are still going to consider that bid. With that background, I'd like Scott to explain what bids we received, for how much, and what he recommends to the board that we select for to get the work done.
All right. So there's 5 in total. National Water Main out of New Jersey. They are at $81,936. And then there's Herald out of Kingston, $33,336. Trinity out of Delaware, that's $59,168. In Situ Form out of Massachusetts, they're at $52,302. And Green Mountain Pipeline Services out of Vermont was $31,078.
Okay?
And I would recommend Herald. I know they're a couple thousand more than the lower bidder. And as I recommended last week's meeting as well, Herald has performed all our pipelining work here in the village, going back to 2010. They've been here 5 times for a total of 6,637 feet, almost a mile and a quarter. Plus, they also have worked on the new aeration system at the sewer plant. Personally, I have a good working relationship with them and most of their employees that I've worked with, and the village as well. We have a good working relationship with them. They're very pleased to work here. They've always been complimentary of everybody that they've dealt with in the village.
How have you been satisfied with the work?
Yeah,
You,
I've been completely satisfied with the work.
have they met the contract numbers, financials?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
And they're always accommodating to us, to residents, to village board. Like we've had, times where I've had questions. They always are willing to, answer. And they always put out notices ahead of time. I just feel that they work very well. Plus, they're local.
so you recommend A-Roll, even though they're not the lowest bidder.
Correct.
Any questions or comments from the board about that?
And they're available right away and, or as soon as we need them?
Yeah, but like last year, for example, we had it was August 10th, I believe, when we awarded the bid last year, and the work was done before Labor Day. So within a month, it was done. Now again, things are dependent
Sure.
on things, but well, in fact, we've already contacted them prior.
Okay, all right, any other questions you got, Pat?
No, I think
Okay, so Ian, could you take us through this idea that it's professional services?
Not professional services, doesn't qualify for that, but
Okay,
the general municipal law requires the village to follow section 103 of general municipal law and advertise for public bids when the expenditure, the amount that you're spending is greater than $35,000 for a public works project, which this
expected to
would
be, yeah,
expected to be. You did the right thing by soliciting or advertising for public bids, but because the expenditure here, by granting or approving the contract to, is it A-Roll?
yes,
Yeah.
That is going to be less than the threshold that requires public bidding. So you're not required to follow the rules for public bidding by awarding the contract to A-Roll for $33,000 and change. In other words, you're not required to accept the lowest responsible bid. I think in Scott's opinion, you still are doing that because for the reasons that he gave, he considers them to be the lowest responsible bidder. But you're not required to follow the rules of the statute. You still have to follow your own procurement policy,
mhm,
which requires you to get, I think, 3 proposals,
right,
which you have done,
mhm,
and then you can award the contract accordingly, which you have done. But I think an issue came up with Green Mountain that, that they made a threat or that because they were the lowest bidder, that rule does not apply in this case because the expenditure is going to be less than $35,000,
Okay.
and you don't have to deal with the public bidding requirements of the
all right, the purpose for this meeting is to just air the fact that we are considering their bid.
Correct. So what happened here, you explained very well that they did submit a bid. Arguably it didn't respond to the advertisement because it wasn't addressed to the attention of the village clerk. Nevertheless, you agreed to consider it, and after considering it, you're awarding the contract to.
Well, actually, we have to vote, the whole board has to vote to accept.
Correct. You
Okay.
have to vote on it.
Okay.
That's correct.
Any questions about what Ian said about this? Okay, based on that, then I'll make a motion that we accept the bid from A-Roll for the sewer main lining project. Can I get a second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, then the motion passes. All right, and the clerk's got a record of that, and you'll publish those in the minutes. Okay, Ian, anything else we need to do to close this issue?
No, that's it.
Okay, therefore I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time. Meeting is over.
Okay.